Hey y'all, Lisa Vanness here, and today we're going to sort out journals, diaries, bullet journals, and planners. What do you need? What do you use? What do we use? Do you need them all? Do you want them all? And all the details in between, because there's so many choices. How do you decide? And what purpose are you going to be using each one of these products for? As a lifelong journaler and diary user, this is something that I am passionate about, and I want to help you guys out. So, how do you use your planner versus your bullet journal versus your journal? And then, of course, there's always this old standby, the diary, right? So, let's start with a diary. So, the diary, the definition of diary is actually the word day. That's where it comes from. Got my first diary when I was 11. A relative got it for me. And I really used it as a journal, only I didn't know that. So a diary is more of a factual reinterpretation of your day. So for example, I might put in there that we were open from 10 to 6 on Friday. We had somebody that had the stomach virus, and we might put in there, or I might put in there, some particular details of the day, like I had a meeting that went well at 1 p.m. So that would be a small example of the diary. So it's like a factual recounting of the day. So if you wonder about that or find a different answer, just let me know in the comments below. And I'll show a close-up, but this may help you guys see that you can put the year right here, right here, right here. So every 8/3, I just randomly opened it. So on 8/3 for the next 5 years, you can recount the facts of your day. And that's how a diary is perceived from technical aspects that the professionals use. So the next thing, well, you could either talk about a journal, which would come into the category of somewhere in between planner and bullet journal. So let's talk about a regular journal, just what you and I think of as a free-form method of writing. So the journal is kind of a key part of my life. I use a journal as a creative outlet for my personal growth, both spiritual and technical. So I have a journal for work and a journal for home. A journal is where you can put your aspirations, your dreams, your frustrations. It's where you can put your secrets. So this particular journal is from Design Works Inc. It's a nice faux suede material. It's light green. It leaves everything open for you to choose how to use it. So journaling is really like the secret places of your brain. And for some of us, it's a great creative outlet. If you like writing and you find that therapeutic, which I do, this might be the method that you would use for your recounting of the day, at least from a personal perspective and an emotional perspective. So that's a regular journal, and this is just one example. You can pretty much use anything, any notebook that you want to for a journal. When I was a child and I thought I was using a diary as a diary, I was really using it as a journal, because I put all my hopes and dreams and goals and frustrations and hurts and sorrows. That's what I put in my diary, and really it wasn't a diary, it was a journal. The next thing that we might want to talk about would be the planners. So we can either, like planner and bullet journal, at least from my perspective, are similar. They do have some differences. So the bullet journal is really a way to set up your goals, your habits. You can use it as a habit tracker. You can use it as a goal setter. You can also use it to maintain appointments and keep you organized. So a bullet journal is going to help you keep organized, help you improve the details of your life if you really want to make some changes. And it's a way to do it on a day-to-day basis. So this example is the Rodeo Goal book. We're using the one in orange here. And the January month, for January, this one was set up to use it as an example, so we would have it here at the store for folks who wanted to. So this is our example from January. And in this case, Amy, whom you guys have seen in the video, she had set it up so that other people would understand how they work. She did the Monday through Friday in a horizontal pattern, and then she did Saturday, Sunday in a vertical pattern. And then she had a little bit of creativity going on it's a great way as an outlet for some of the people who really need a creative outlet. This is a way to get organized and also have a creative outlet. So in this case, she had put little lamps, and then she put her activities that she had planned on those days. So she did a month, and then by the week, and then she broke it down into a couple of days. So this is just one person's method, and if you're watching this video, you've probably watched 100 videos of bullet journaling. And writer Carol wrote a book on it and was the original bullet journal author, and a lot of people have taken that and gone into different directions with it. I personally wish I had this much artistic skill, but I don't. I lose patience more than I should whenever I'm doing the bullet journal method. So for me, a planner is what works best. So I use a diary, a journal, and a planner is what I personally use. Let us know in the comments below what you use. So right now what we're going to talk about is the planner. I've chosen this Rhodia 2020. They come in black or orange. I have found this to be a really great method for my personal use and for work. So what we take here is you can have the month laid out. So they have a lot of different kinds of details, but you can have a month on each page. And so you'll have 6 pages to get you the whole year, right? And you can put a few little details here, but because it's an entire month on one page, not a ton of room. You can then go to the week. So you have the week laid out right here. In this particular week, I think it says February. Okay, the irony, my daughter's birthday is that day. I really didn't mean to open it to that day, but Monday, February 10th will be my daughter's birthday. Huh. Okay. So I would lay that out in the details here. So you can have appointments laid out, events laid out. Then you have this space, this side space for keeping notes. So for those who need the week and the month, this fountain pen friendly paper from Rhodia is going to make a great planner. So you can plan the events beforehand, put them in your calendar, and then go ahead and have those details that you may want. You can even use it as a habit tracker, but it does have a little bit more detail so that you're able to just put in the spots that you need to fill in as opposed to being completely free form. So for those who need a little bit more structure in their planner, this one is going to be the way to go. Now, we also have several other brands, including Midori, that have some really nice layouts, both monthly and weekly, that will allow you to do this same kind of thing. And again, if you need a habit tracker, those are also included in some of the Midori designs. An example of that would be the paint diary, which I actually think that I may use next year. So even though it says diary, I consider it a planner because the month and the weeks are somewhat laid out for you. And it even has little artistic places for you to fill in things like books you've read, movies you've gone to, and you just fill in the blanks and it's already laid out. And for somebody like me who is on the road a lot and who doesn't always feel like that they have time to be as creative as they want to be, it's the perfect layout. It's the perfect design. And there's also business planners. So for those people who need a planner and they still like to write things down, I think that's one of the keys here is that there's those of us who still want to write things down. Any one of these will work, right? It's just a matter of which one you think will work for you or which purpose you want to use it for. As far as we're concerned here at Vanness1938.com, you can come by the store and see some of these layouts, or you can find online a few of the layouts. You can follow us on Instagram and see a few layouts because we do show off some of the different planners that way. Diary. It's a factual recount of your day. Journal. It's more of an emotional recap of your day, right? Like you can use it for allowing yourself to have emotional responses in a way that nobody has to know, and you've gotten that mental and emotional satisfaction of having an outlet. That's the journal. And then the bullet journal is also a way to use your creativity, but it's more of a planner. So you can go back and check off things after they're completed, but you can use it as a tracker, a planner in advance. So you lay out your month in advance, and then you can go back after. So you lay out your month for a bullet journal in advance. You may lay out your month and your week and even your days, and then you go back and you can check off. but you really get that creative release because you're able to do some really artistic designs. I have seen some amazing designs on social media. People whose creativity just blows me away. I wish I had that kind of skill. And then, so after the bullet journal, you have the planner. And the planner is more of a structured version. It's laid out for me or for you. And then, of course, the thing that I didn't talk about yet is a calendar. So I use a calendar. How about you? We have a 4-foot calendar that shows the entire year. It's kind of nice because you can walk to that door, it's the office door, and you can see either open houses, events that we're hosting, pin shows that are happening, anything that we really want to look at when we lay out our year, that's on there. Especially as a small business with under 10 employees, we really have to, keep a tight look at what's happening before we make decisions regarding anything that has to do with pin shows or open houses. How do you use your calendars? How do you use your diaries? Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget that you can get any of these. You can get these products on the website at Vanness1938.com. We'll talk to you later. Bye.